I think you may be worried about what I'm about to say, which is that I think if a woman brings a child to term, she should be able to make the man financially responsible for both her and the child if she does it.
He has full responsibility until the child's 18.
Absolutely, and full responsibility for the woman.
Now, I just want to start this off saying that I really do like Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek has a lot of great ideas, and I think he is a leader amongst men. But every once in a while, people that you like have bad ideas. It is what it is. I love Donald Trump, but his Operation Warp Speed was horrible. Well, Vivek Ramaswamy went on the Breakfast Club podcast with host Charlamagne the God. Remember, a black man calling himself the God while he sits on a golden throne, having a podcast about how black people are oppressed in today's society. Let that sink in. But anyways, he went on this podcast and had a take on abortion / women's rights. This is probably the worst take I've ever heard from Vivek. A very rare L on his part, but let's break down the video.
It's Americans. Take abortion. Right, this is one where they say there's going to divide the country to a breaking point. I've stood for policy, and it's a mystery to me I'm the only Republican who has advocated for this. I think it's a winner politically, but I think it's also the right thing to do. They say, okay, you can't find common ground on abortion. How about this one? Tell me, we've got three guys here at the table. Let's talk from man to man on this. I think that if a woman brings a child to term...
This is what you fucking up at. You fucking up because it's three men, and you're saying you're having a conversation about women.
Virtual signaling.
You should be bringing the women to the table. This is why the shit you're talking about the founding fathers is some bullshit, because you got a bunch of men, you got a bunch of white men trying to make policies for a bunch of diverse groups.
No, most women here like what I'm about to say. Most men don't.
You got two women right there. Ask them.
We have, actually, and we've had a conversation. I think you may be worried about what I'm about to say, which is that I think if a woman brings a child to term, she should be able to make the man financially responsible for both her and the child if she does it. Period. And that should be the law of the land.
That happens, though.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen today. Not to the scale I'm talking about. Full financial.
That's what child support is.
It's you do 50-50. You got 40% for the man. I'm talking about 100%. So it's 2x over. He's fully responsible for the woman and fully responsible for the child.
She has to.
Because her responsibility. She took 9 months to actually bring the child to term, if it's confirmed with a genetic paternity test. So right now, today, 40 years ago,
he has full responsibility until the child's 18.
Absolutely, and full responsibility for the woman during that time.
I don't think that's bad.
I don't think it's bad either. Because I think that part of the criticism...
See how Charlamagne, I don't think that's bad. I mean, we don't have a uterus, so we don't have an opinion, but that's a good one right there. That's a good one. Come on, bro. Fuck. Out of here, man.
Of Republicans is, you're just throwing women under the bus. I say, that's a fair criticism. Let's actually take that seriously and say we're all in this together. If you believe that unborn life is life.
I think most women would agree with that. I think most women would say,
most women absolutely would agree with that.
Paying for the child and for me.
Yes. Most women would agree with that.
Most women would.
And that's not the state.
Feminist movement would agree with that.
But then men should think about that on the front end. That's the whole point. Because women can't afford that either. That's the whole. This gets to the heart of the abortion debate.
That's not a bad point.
This gets to the heart of the abortion debate.
But what he's saying is you should think about that on the front end.
Exactly.
Put your
That's the
condom
whole
on.
point.
Remember when Young Thug was like, yo, if you broke, shouldn't be having babies.
Yeah, but
exactly.
But things happen that don't. But things happen that don't work
this.
out. If you think it's going to work out, and it obviously doesn't now, a man
if
that's
it's
making
confirmed by
$40,000 a year, you want him to pay for the woman and the child?
That's not the wildest thing I've heard you say.
Because she's actually got 9 months of carrying the child. So this is when I'm talking back about the project of uniting the country. I don't know if that's a Republican idea, Democratic idea, or whatever. But right now, one of the criticisms is, and one of the things I believe as a leader. You talked about being a leader. What does a leader do? One of the things a leader does is listen to the best arguments for the other side, understand them deeply, and then give the best possible response to that you can. I had an 11th grade teacher. She taught me, you can't state the best argument for the other side. You don't know what you actually believe yourself. And I think that that's true. And here on this question, the best argument for the other side is, how are you only putting this responsibility on women to say, okay, you stand for life and all of that, but how come that only falls on the woman? My answer is it shouldn't. So nature has made a decision, and some people will be offended at us saying this, but only women have,
a lot of men's ass
only women have children. Okay, I believe that's a biological fact. Some people may disagree with that. But if you have two X chromosomes, you have children. But we're going to do everything we can to even that responsibility out by saying that if the man is making a sexual decision, it's not just the woman that's responsible for that. The man actually pays for the woman and the child for the next 18 years.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay. Listen to that closely right there. Vivek is basically saying, he's stating, just to have his argument about abortion. He's saying, look, if men go in there and sleep with a woman, they have to think about it. If they're a brokey, now you have to pay for the kid, and for 18 years, you have to pay for the woman. So now you have to pay child support, and you have to pay woman support. You have to support a woman that you're not married to you while she sits on the couch, while she's on TikTok, while she's out there getting railed by other guys. You have to pay for her lifestyle. So now a man has to pay for her lifestyle and the baby. Now, by doing this, Vivek believes men will take into consideration, oh, maybe I shouldn't have sex with this woman. Here's where it all falls apart. I think where Vivek gets it wrong is that he doesn't realize that women are the gatekeepers of sex. Women decide what man reproduces. Women decide who they open their legs up to. So if women choose to have sex with said man, therefore there's a line of responsibility there to where women under this law will get rewarded for opening their legs to a man. There's women out there that have multiple baby daddies. Does that mean the baby daddies now have to support her lifestyle? All of them have to pay the woman because the woman decided to have their child? Again, remember, men don't get reproductive rights in this country. Men don't decide which child are born into this world and which child is aborted. They don't decide that. Women decide that. Women decide who lives and who dies. It's women's responsibility on that nature. This will totally neglect everything on that, basically giving women more reproductive rights and giving men zero, absolute zero. In fact, if they're gonna do my body, my choice, the man doesn't have my wallet, my choice rights. You have no choice but to pay. You have no choice. And if you don't, you go to jail. So again, no reproductive rights at all. Men don't have a choice in the matter. And they're right on this. Women will agree to this way more so than men will. Men are already getting fucked in the divorce laws. Men are already getting fucked in the marriage laws. Men pay 98% of the time, alimony is given to the woman. 90% of the time, child support is given to what? The woman, okay? When it comes to divorces, women on average are the ones taking half of the man's shit. There's even instances where women will take pensions, at least half the pension of the man, depending on how long they were married. The woman will take half of his pension, if not all of his pension. The laws are already designed to help women off the bat in a world of feminism where women already can go out there and work. We already have statistics on that. Women are already out earning men in 16 of the major cities here in the United States. It's already predicted in the next 10 years, women are going to be out earning men. Women will be out earning men. If you even look at the colleges, women from the ages of 25 to 34, 46% of them have bachelor's degrees compared to men at the rate of 34%. Okay, so again, women are going into academia, they're making their money, but yet at the same time, we should pay them every step of the way. In a world where women, these feminists, believe themselves to be equal, they can do anything a man can do, right? A woman doesn't need a man just like a fish doesn't need a bicycle. So this law isn't gonna do anything at all. It's only gonna destroy the men even more so than what the law already does, okay? If you look at the deletion rates of men, the vast majority of these men that are deleting themselves are doing it because the woman wiped them out. They wiped them clean. They took the kids and wiped them clean. And a lot of these men are going through depression. Nobody talks about it because at the end of the day, Vivek Ramaswamy, a lot of these men and women don't give a shit about men's problems. And that's just the world we live in. But this take right here on Vivek Ramaswamy is absolutely the stupidest, dumbest take that I've ever heard from a Democratic politician or a Republican politician. I mean, it just doesn't matter. This has to be one of the stupidest policy ideas that I've ever heard in my existence on this fucking earth, man. especially knowing the fact that, hey, women are the gatekeepers of sex. They decide who reproduces. They decide who doesn't. When you take away that responsibility from women, women will make terrible choices and they don't get punished by law. And if you're talking about abortion, if Republicans say, hey, if you abort a child, guess what? That's murder, right? That is murder to abort a child within the womb. But Republicans and Democrats say, well, we shouldn't prosecute the woman at all. Republicans say that. They say, hey, that's murder. But then at the same time, they say, yeah, if a woman has an abortion, we're not going to put her in jail for first-degree murder, which would be the definition of first-degree murder because it's intent. The only ones that Republicans want to put in jail is the doctors, the men that perform the abortion. They want to put away the hitman, but they don't want to put away the person that put the hit on the child in the womb, right? So again, the laws, the mentality are all based on giving more and more power to women, which is what feminists already desire. That's what feminists already get. Okay, so a lot of these Republicans coming in and stating stupid shit like that is only going to throw more fire into the feminist, gynocentric world that we currently live in, guys. So this is one of the biggest L's that I think Vivek Ramaswamy has ever had in his short political career, obviously. But like I said before, I do like Vivek Ramaswamy. I think I do believe he is a leader amongst leaders. He's not my first choice for VP. I've already admitted that. But at the same time, hey man, this is why we have to call out our leaders and we have to call out these people and have these discussions because, blindly following will only lead to more and more chaos down the road, man. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Like, subscribe, comment down below all your thoughts. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is a horrible idea? What do you think? Tell me down below. I'm very curious to know. And I'm your host, Jake Varr. This has been Project VO Pod. Trump 2024. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.